Here it's Friday night. Just getting myself set up a little bit. Just take me a second. How's everybody tonight? Come on in. Come on in, keep me company. Okay. All right. Got it. Hi, Rose. Hi, Rose. Happy Friday. Hi, RV Lucky. It's going pretty good. It's getting close to where I'm going to be going back to Texas, but it's really going good. I'm enjoying it. Hi, Catwalk. Hi, Judy. Yay! I'm so glad you're all coming in. Hi, Minnow Fairy. Welcome, you guys. I have no plans on what to talk about tonight. Hi, Doreen. Let's see what else. What can I tell you tonight? Let's get everybody in and get comfortable. I have a Diet Coke, nothing exciting tonight. Hi, Millie. Nice to see you. So good of all of you to come in. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome. Cool, cool. And Sheila and Gigi and Constantine. Wow. Hi, Denise. How are you, Constantine? Hey, Constantine, do you know what I can do for my trigger finger that really is getting really sore? Thank you. Thank you, Rosa. Made it to my birthday after a rough week. Oh, hey, is it your birthday tonight, Meadow Fairy? That's very cool. Hi, Callum. My shirt's old, actually. When Kathy and I were doing art shows, we did our thing was tie-dye shirts, and slacks. Hi, Craig. All's really good. So, Meadow Fairy, is this your birthday today? Because happy birthday. Hi, Jerry. Wow, that's cool, Callum. I'm so glad you're here. Ooh, Judy said she just poured herself a nice tall Chardonnay. Yep, the bar has everything. You guys know that. You can just kind of request whatever you feel like. 71. Everybody say happy birthday to Menno Fairy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Menno Fairy. Happy birthday to you. May you have many, 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 many good years. Hi, Kutjut. How you guys? How you guys doing? Yay. Yeah, it's nice to have a birthday. Birthdays are fun. Hi, Donna. Nice to see you. Yeah, I just today I didn't do a lot today. I went to the dog park with the dogs, which is kind of social, you talk to people. That was nice. Thanks, Denise. Yeah, I'm going to spend the night there tomorrow night with my cousin. And the view is really nice. And at night, she's got it lit up with like little Christmas colored lights. Very pretty. Hi, Portia. Okay, Constantine says, yes, there's exercises and splinting when you get back to Knox City. See, yeah, I'm going to definitely go to the doctor. I've splinted it, and it's okay to splint it. It kind of, I do know how to do that, but it didn't seem to help it. Carla, hi, Carla. Happy birthday to your older son, Judy. Well, I finished another painting. This one's a smaller one. That's my latest painting. Very Florida, definitely. So that's my latest. I might do one more before I head back to Texas. I can't wear the brace every night. It really starts to bother me, but I have worn it a few nights. Thank you, Sheila. Thanks, Gigi. Hi, Emily. Welcome. How you doing? Thank you very much, Millie. Yeah, I don't know, but it sticks. Like, see, it's stuck, and I can pop it. But even when it's not sticking, it's definitely achy. Yeah, I wouldn't really want to say anything on my cousin's address or anything. Sorry, Denise. You can understand. 18 degrees, burr. We had it's a cooler day, but it was still in the 60s and it was comfortable. It was definitely comfortable. Hi, Scott. Glad you caught me live tonight. Yeah, Friday night. Sarah. Good evening, Sarah. How are you tonight? Look, Rosie's sitting here chewing on her paw. Lily's back here resting. Voltaren. No, I don't have any of that right now. I have some of that in Texas. I didn't bring everything, when I came, so there's a lot of stuff I don't have. You're fair to middling, huh? I have my moments. I'm feeling pretty good, but just knowing that I'm going to be headed back to Knox City. Not that I don't miss a little bit about it, but I don't really want to go back. I really don't, but there's not really any alternative for me right now. So I'm trying not to think about it. Yeah, and I'm just sort of slowly kind of putting things together that I'm not using because a lot of stuff I brought I never used. Like my blender, and I didn't even use my air fryer. It stayed in the bin. So I'm going to slowly start putting things in bins and back in the truck. Thanks, Denise. Yeah, I'm pretty rested. I've been going to bed earlier. I get up fairly early in the morning. It's just like, you just change. Depends on your situation. Here, though, the morning's beautiful, and around 11 o'clock at night, I just start getting tired. So, and there's not as much TV because it's just your basic cable. So I don't get hung up on TV much. And at least I had a vacation. I am very grateful to Darby for letting me use her cottage for as many weeks as I have. Yeah, catwalk. I just can't. Things didn't work out good enough right now that I can really afford to even get a place. But that's a whole other story in itself. Eventually, I might be able to explain a little more about that. But you know what? Things are meant to be. Thank you, Scott, for the like button. I always appreciate getting likes because I don't know if it does anything for analytics, but it makes me feel good because I know that when I've had 100 people in and I get, 90 people give me a thumbs up, that's a good feeling. So thank you. Oh, it wasn't a waste. I've gotten to see so many people that I haven't seen in a long time. So no, it's been good. I don't know about a place, by the sea because people at the beach here, they spend a lot. Sorry, I don't know. That just bleeped me off, but I got back. Hi, Kimberly. Thank you for hitting the like button, Sheila. Thanks a lot. The beach is very expensive. So even if I stayed in Florida, I wouldn't be living at the sea or the Gulf. But it's just a different lifestyle here. I think that's the main thing. That here I can go to a dog park. I can go watch the guys fish or go fishing. I can do a craft show. I can go to a pool. It's more, there's more things happening. That's exactly what it is, Constantine. Yes. Yeah, I'm doing whatever I can do ahead of time to get on some waiting lists to get some vouchers, some rent vouchers so that I can get a nice place. Hi, Regina. That's exactly, yeah, Constantine, you hit it on the head. Because I can't live there forever. I really can't. Mm-mm. Unless I want to have probably a short life or, I don't know, just too boring. Yeah, me too, Catwalk. Things just, well, I didn't really, when I got here, I really wasn't saying I was moving back. I just came for and then, some things kind of came up that I thought maybe I could get a place, but no, everything's at this point anyway. Right, Judy? Things just work out with the way they're supposed to anyway. Hi, RV Quilt Quest. Yeah, be on the road again, right? I mean, I'd love to go like stay in Key West for a couple weeks or go somewhere else for a couple weeks. But when you've got two dogs, you got to go to places that allow pets, and it's just not as easy when it's just you. I do like the coast. I like mountains too, but I really would say that I'm more of a coast type of person than I am like mountain farm areas and stuff. That's right, Doreen. Things, like I'm always saying that things, there's no mistakes, and we go through things to learn stuff. I've learned a lot about what I am wanting and craving and needing, and unfortunately, small town Texas doesn't provide any type of social or entertainment or shopping or just anything. So, once you get a taste of it, like here, it's hard. But I have to go back, so there's nothing I can do. Yep. So that's that. But I still have a little time left. I'm not going to leave here till probably around the 15th. I'll get out of here. Then we'll see. I just don't look forward to driving alone, really. So today was beautiful though, and tomorrow's even going to be warmer. Tomorrow at about 1 in the afternoon, I'm going to go to my friend Esther and Jeff. They're having a gathering of the spouse loss group. When my husband passed away, hospice, I got to go to a hospice group. I've talked about it before, and everybody became very close. It was a 6-week group, and then after that, everybody would meet up once a month and have dinner together. We stayed friends. So tomorrow we're having a meetup. So I'm gonna video a little bit of it. No, I know what you're saying, Sheila. I'm like, and I knew this. I knew it all along that I really didn't fit in. I'm just, I don't know. My free spirit, kind of wanderlust and my creative side and stuff like that. There's not I mean, I know there's people that are creative there, but I just haven't really met that many people that I would consider hanging out with and being with. It's the strangest thing. Uptown girl, I've been living in a small town world. Uptown girl. Menno Fairy says, my husband Al bought me some more stamps today as a present because he loves how excited I become after you told me about watercolor. So I can blame you. You can blame me. I'm glad I got you going on it because once you do, you go, wow, it's not that hard. I think everybody can do art, you know? Scott says, and in my opinion, you also yearn to be around diverse people who accept one another and who there's no judgment. That is such a, yes, definitely, Scott. Hey, Greg's Travels, welcome. We're talking about how I'm going to live in a small town and I'm an uptown girl. Judy says, so glad you took advantage of the hospice offers. I'm a retired RN, team leader in a not-for-profit hospice for 20 years. Oh, I thought hospice was so wonderful. They really, really helped me. And anyone that's suffering from a loss, no matter what the loss is, you should call a local hospice because there are people there that will help you. And groups help you too, really. Hi, Harmony Paints. Yeah, the pandemic has been really hard on people, and everything's been hard on people lately. Yeah, I like a diverse friend. I mean, all my friends are unique people, and I just I'm trying not to be, I'm not a snob or nothing like that. I'm different than the people that live there. Hi, Wayne. Yeah, hospice is wonderful. What a great organization. When I first lost my husband, I went to a one-on-one, a really nice woman, and I would go once a week, sometimes twice a week, whatever I needed, really. And then she's the one that said that it was time for me to try the spouse loss group, and it really helped. It really got me through because when you start to talk to people that are going through something similar to you, each one's unique. You've lost someone, but we all were feeling the same feelings, and I think we clung to each other, for those 6 weeks. Yeah, I'm an open-minded person. Some people think that probably I'm too open-minded, but I don't think you can be too open-minded. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I like to stay free of drama. It does, sometimes you get some, but I'm not into it. I'm not really into drama. You're right. Ooh, you got your vaccine, Carla. Good. Why should it be so expensive to live at the beach? And it is. It really is. Thanks, Harmony Paints. Hi, Amanda. Thank you very much, Scott. I have the nicest community here in my little area of YouTube, and I really do appreciate it. You guys, I mean, you've gotten me through some really heavy times in the last 4 years, especially this last year. Um, and then when you get to a realization that you really don't belong somewhere, and that's where you are, and that I put myself in the position I'm in. I mean, really, I, I lived a really cool life. I did. I have great memories and experiences, but I didn't save and really prepare for what the future has to offer. Which, when you get older, you really then you go, oh man, I should have. Hi, Dirk. Um, I'm still gonna be here February 8th. I think I'm leaving right at the 15th. Yeah, anything near waters, lakefront, ocean views, golf, even rivers, and that's the more money, that's just how it is. Hi, Linda. Well, I was talking to a good friend of mine today on the phone for a while, and yeah, I didn't do the money thing. As I grew up, I just, kind of lived month to month, and I should have done more, but I have had experiences that a lot of people haven't had. I didn't have children, so it wasn't like I was home raising kids for, 17, 18, 20 years. So I had all those years to experience different kinds of people, diverse people. I was talking about living in Key West today with my friend. Yeah, water makes me feel good, and I'm a water sign. Um, I was talking to my friend, and I watched RV Rebel Girl. She put her last video was her in Key West. Well, I lived in Key West from 19 like 70, I think it was 77 to 1980, right around then. And um, so when I was watching the video today, she was going around and showing things. She said it was $5 an hour to park a vehicle in Key West. I mean, that's amazing. When I lived there, there was no parking meters. You parked where you could park, and you went down to see the sunset at Mallory Square, or you walked wherever down Duval Street. Now it's just so expensive. Can you imagine $5 to park? The only way, if you go to Key West, the only way to do it is to park your vehicle at the motel you're staying at. Don't move your vehicle, just rent a bike. That's how you get around Key West. Driving around, no. But it was interesting to see what has been added to Key West since I lived there. A lot, a lot. When I lived there, man, in the late 70s, it was a cool place. I mean, really cool. Now it's very hyped up with lots of, stores and moneymakers. And yeah, $5 an hour. I was like, what? Ugh. How many people said I still think traveling in a van set up comfortably is a good way to travel to visit your friends? Yeah, I'd love to, but there's so many things I need, That's just, yeah. Key West is definitely tourist, but it's such a cool place. I'm so glad I got to live there. Hi, Rockstar Gerald. No, I'm not hinting for donations, dear. No, no, I'm not. I'm just telling you about my life. So if you don't like that, you know what you can do? You can go away. Goodbye. Livy Lou, how you doing? Hi, Angelica. Hi, Maya. Right. People, when I'm saying that I didn't say money, or I'm kind of feeling, that I'm not asking anybody for anything. Please remember that. Well, I just kicked Rockstar to the curb. He's not coming back. Constantine said when I left West Hollywood, you had to have paid parking permits, and you could get towed easily. Yeah, that's another place that's changed. Hi, Giggle Fishy. I'm glad, Sarah. I'm glad you guys, most people are fine. I mean, just because I'm talking about what I didn't do right in my life, I did a lot of right stuff. That's why I have so many stories, because, you know, I didn't raise a family, and I didn't get married to my husband till I was 50. So it was just the way it went with my life. But I traveled a lot. I've been a free spirit. I was in a van camping by myself in the 70s. So, it's not like I've never done it. Now, if I had a chance, and I wish I could, I'd love to be able to either replace my truck with a high top camp van, or just get a small trailer that I could put behind my truck, but a small one. That would be a good way to travel because the hotels are a hassle when you have dogs. Donna said she went to Key West when in the 60s and it was fishing village with bars and very laid back. It was. It wasn't this built up. I remember I think I rented a place for like 165 a month. Yeah, well, there's always someone that's going to come in and say, "Oh, she's wanting," and I'm not really. I'm not. Um, Callum Lumley says, if you had unlimited funds, how far would you travel? Would you leave North America? Yeah, I would probably if I had unlimited funds. I would travel definitely other places too. No Harmony Paints. I have a Chevy Avalanche. They're built a certain way in the back that they don't have the camper van. You can't put a camper on them, unfortunately, because that would be. I wish I could. Yeah, I would. Well, if money was no object, I would get a high top van for traveling. And definitely, I still love my friends and family in Knox City, but I don't want to live in Knox City forever, you know. So I can visit. Yeah, You know, I was in Key West the very first Fantasy Fest they had. You know, they do it every Halloween. It's huge. But that I was there the very first year they had it. Do I feel safe on the road? Yeah, I feel safe on the road, but I don't want to pull my trailer. That I don't want to do. Yeah, Regina, I'm hoping to fight that. Menno Fairy says, trust me, some of my friends had investments that crashed and now they only have Social Security to live on. Major shock to them. Yeah, Regina, I hear you. Yeah, you know, life takes you on your journey, you know. If I did it over again, I mean, you know, I hate to think about regrets and stuff, but if I did do it over again, I would pay my old self every time I got a paycheck of any kind. But you know, can't go back. Hey, Faye. Good evening to you. Yes, Linda. I do. That's how I make extra money. I paint and I make jewelry. And I have YouTube. So, you know, between that, I'm doing okay. I'm fine, really. I am. I would like to have bought a condo, but you know, you need a lot of money to buy a condo, and then there's just so much expense. Hi, Victoria. Donna, I used to hang out. Well, I never hung out at Sloppy Joe's, but yeah. You know what I used to do? I'll tell you. I was telling my friend today about it. I know giggle fishy people just think that because you're, you know, got RV on on your name that you're, you know, whatever. Hi, Lynn. So when I was singing and playing guitar at a place called Two Friends Patio Bar, which is really right there downtown Duval and Front Street, I used to have such a great job because I had my guitar and I'd lock it up when I was done. I played guitar from 8 p.m. to midnight, Monday through Friday. And then, I mean, that's Monday through Friday. So I had weekends off. I was about 28 to 29, you know, in 30 at that time. Um, and I would like play guitar and sing and have a good time and then lock my guitar up, jump on my bicycle. And it was now midnight, which is a happening time in Key West. And I would go to like the Bull and Whistle, which is where it's still there today, the Bull and Whistle. But it was a cool bar. And I had a friend there. Her name was Wendy Sheridan. And she was like, the bluesiest. She was definitely like a Janis Joplin, maybe even better. and she would play till like 2 in the morning or whatever. So I would go and sit and watch her play. Scott said, I think somewhere just looking for conflict. Yeah. Jerry says, Deb, since you left Knox, you haven't asked for one copper penny. The nerve of some people. I don't get it. That's why he's no longer allowed in the channel. You know. Hi, Ari Long. Thank you. Yeah, this is the best haircut. I'm gonna miss having a place to go get a cool haircut. You can't even, Knox City doesn't even have a place to get your nails done. I played at La Ti Da. Yes, I did. I played there, and when I opened, they had a dozen long stem roses on the piano where I set up next to, and a glass of Grand Marnier and a joint. And that was how my first night playing at La Ti Da. No, this is just one that I got this, I think, in Michigan. We used to collect them when we did arts and craft shows, Kathy and I. If we saw a booth that sold tie-dye, we would definitely buy some, and we have a lot. It's a cool shirt. Yeah. It's cool. It's old. It's got little holes in it. That's how old it is. But I don't care. I still wear it. It's a fun place. That was a really neat. I mean, I played like in the evening, like while people were having dinner. I used to tell stories and sing. I don't really care for Whataburger that much. Um, because that was something Texas has that I had never been to. Thanks, Giggle Fishy. I did like they have the green chilies on their hamburgers. It's good. It's good. It just, I'm really not one to go get hamburgers anyway. It was a great job. I've had some really experiences. Playing guitar and singing for a living, first of all, is a really fun thing to do, especially when I was younger and I really could play. I didn't repeat a song in 5 hours. I had really heavy duty calluses. Didn't hurt. I was into it. I was more like a storyteller. So I would sing songs that told stories. I love that kind of song. I've done all kinds of places. I mean, French restaurants in Fort Lauderdale. I played at a place called Cafe Martinique. Yeah, it was a whole different world back then. And I did that for many years. And then I got into my 40s. So I did it all the way through my like 20s and 30s up to about 45. And I started really getting tired of bar scenes. I really just, I didn't drink. I don't drink a lot. Yes, I do do a little herb when I can. But anyway, so I remember the Troubadour. I just started kind of getting tired of the bar scene, and I at that time had met Kathy, and my last job singing was at the Renaissance Fair. They hired me as a wandering minstrel, and I would play my guitar, classical guitar, and sing Irish English folk music. And I saw people within the booths that were selling jewelry and paintings and leather goods and all kinds of medieval type stuff. And I thought I could do that. And Kathy came to visit me, and we went to the Renaissance Fair, and that was it. We said, let's do it. And we were in our 40s, and that started the arts and craft business. I don't think so either, Livy. The only place in Los Angeles, I played in I can't remember the name of it. A couple places in Los Angeles, and I also had a manager, and I played at Cal State Long Beach, and wearing this caftan kind of outfit. That was interesting times. Yeah, Krabby Bill's. Well, that Krabby Bill's is in Clearwater on the beach. There's a few of them, I think. St. Pete too. The interesting thing about Krabby Bill's is, yes, I've eaten there many times in my a long time ago. But my cousin Maxine, who was in my last video with me, her husband who passed away, his name was Aaron, and he used to work as he would be like Krabby Bill's. He had the beard and he was like an entertainer, but he was the manager. And people thought he was Krabby Bill's. Krabby Bill, I mean. So yeah, I like the place. I doubt it, Giggle Fishy. Um, but I started really playing full time in Clearwater, Florida. That's kind of where I got my first speakers in the head, the PA system, and the microphone, and all that stuff. And that's where I started doing that. But I've played guitar since I started at 12 years old. Um, what made me move to Florida? Well, okay, I can tell you about that. I was married to my first husband, and he and I got married in 1972. I was like 21, and it didn't last. It was not a marriage made in heaven. I don't know what got into me, and so I he was getting abusive, and we lived up in the Fraser Park up in the mountains, and my dad found out that he had been abusive, so he came with a van and moved me out and said, "You got a cousin, Maxine, she's in Clearwater, Florida. Why don't you go visit her?" To get me out of this bad marriage. Hi, Teresa. I've never recorded an album. I've recorded one CD and cassettes, because that's how long ago it was. Fraser Park, yeah. Well, we got married, and he had this thing to go into the mountains. I have no idea that where I was going. Another small town. Didn't like it there either. My dad was wonderful. So I got to California to get away from my first husband, and I got divorced, and that's how it started. And then, and that was 1973. Well, 1974, I decided to go back to California. Something told me to go back. And I went back to LA, where my parents lived in West Hollywood. And my sister and me and my parents, for the first time in many years, were hanging out together, literally like a family, which we hadn't done in years, because, my sister Noreen was on her own. I was on my own. Well, 2 weeks after I got back, we drove to Santa Barbara. That's where my sister was moving. And she was trying to get out of Los Angeles, get out of the drug scene. And unfortunately, it was right before she was going to move all her stuff up to Santa Barbara and get clean and stay clean. She accidentally overdosed and died. And that was 1974. And that changed the dynamics of my life and my family. And we were never the same. And that's when my parents, we all decided I'm going back to Florida. And my parents basically followed me there. She was only 27. So it was a very, very difficult time. I have really, that's the one thing I have gone through, is loss. That was the first big loss, besides my grandmother and grandfather and my aunts. I mean, my family itself, my sister. Yeah, my dad found my sister. My mother and father, okay, it's kind of a sad thing. Um, we went up to Santa Barbara for a weekend, and she was going back to Los Angeles to get her stuff and her belongings and move back up to this friend that was giving her a nice place to stay, sober type of thing. And she wanted me to drive back with her, and it was like a 2-hour drive. And I said, no, I want to stay in Santa Barbara. And that was the last time I saw her. And I guess what happened was she went home to my parents, because Johnny Carson was on, and went back to her apartment. And I guess someone came over, and she thought one more time she'd try it. And she did half, I think it was heroin, cocaine together mixed, and she died. And the next morning, my parents were going to pick her up at her place, and they wound up not hearing from her. So my dad got in the truck with my mom, in the van they had, and had to break a window to get into her apartment and found her in the dining in her on her kitchen table. Yeah, it was heavy. And I'm in Santa Barbara, so I remember being in Santa Barbara, right on the beach there, in this guy's house, my friends, and my friend uh, Michael. Yeah, she's buried in actually the San Fernando Valley. You lost your brother. I'm sorry, Scott. Oh, I'm so sorry, RC. Hi, Carolyn. Thank you. See, yeah, I'm sorry, Giggle Fishy too. You know, we do go through loss. It's and if you haven't lost anyone, you're very fortunate because we all have to go through it. But it did change. It changed my mother and father forever, of course, and me. And I was in Santa Barbara when my parents found my sister's body. This is heavy, and I'm out on this patio, and we're singing. The song was the Pointer Sisters. Can, yes, you can. You know that song? And I was with some really wonderful gay guy friends, and we were dancing, and the phone rings, and they said it's for you. Someone was asking for me, and I couldn't hear my mother, and I had to turn we had to turn down the music, and my mother was like in the other room going, Noreen OD'd, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, so she's getting her stomach pumped. I didn't even think death. That was heavy. Yeah, it didn't help my parents. My mother had Bell's palsy after that. I'm so sorry, Gigi. Jeez. And Constantine. So we all have loss. And that's how I kind of started my channel, was trying to start over. What do you do? How do you get through, these losses in our lives that we're all going to have? I don't care who you are. If you're born and you got family, eventually, you find there's loss. Yes, Jerry. I believe that. I believe that, they're, I mean, they don't just die and get buried in the ground. To me, their spirit lifts and they're with me. They're like my butterflies. They're what keeps me going. Yeah. But yeah, so that's how the channel started actually. Yes, I was RV Debs because I wanted to I bought an RV and I thought I'm going to travel, but unfortunately for me, I cannot pull a big, huge trailer with everything I own and two dogs by myself on the road. It really became too much for me. I'm so sorry, Lisa. That's a terrible feeling when you know someone's not doing the right things and you're always worried about them. My parents were worried about my sister. Unfortunately, she was a wonderful hairdresser and she did the first nails, the acrylic nails. She did them back in the day when that you didn't go to the beauty salon to get your nails done like that. She would go to the dental supply and you had to buy the stuff that makes teeth and porcelain. Um, she did Joan Rivers nails. She would go up to her, she was, get to go up to her house and do her nails. You don't get over anything. I mean, if you lost someone that you love dearly, you don't get over it. You don't ever get over it, but you get through it. You do get through it. Sometimes 1 minute at a time, sometimes one day at a time, and an hour at a time, whatever. You just have to get through it. And they want you to get through it. And I think that was my big message was that my husband didn't want me to stop living, nor did my mom and dad. They want us to live and to fulfill our dreams for them. So you can understand how this channel kind of got started. I love Joan Rivers. I got to see her in Vegas and we went backstage and got to meet her. And she was very nice. Yes, see everyone here. And when you hit the age after your like 40s, 50s, and 60s, you're going to lose people. They die. I sometimes get kind of down, like I guess I miss the most thing I miss about my husband was that feeling of security and partnership and trust. And it was all there, we did, and I hope that I can do that again because I'm not done. I'm not done, but I don't like doing things all alone. I really don't. I do them because I have to. Yep. Yeah, we all go through it. And I do crave. I don't even know how to explain it either. Like my cousin Maxine, she's been without her husband Aaron for, I think he died before Mark died, maybe a year or so. And she doesn't want anybody else. Well, that's fine, but I certainly wouldn't mind somebody else. Let me see what I'm missing. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up just to make me feel better. That doesn't cost anything. Craig said I read the book that Melissa Rivers wrote about her mom. That was very interesting. Joan Rivers is a very hard worker. She's still back and forth to New York 4 times a week. Yeah, yeah. She was a real worker. She would have my sister doing her nails while she was talking to people, making deals on the phone, and always busy. Oops. Oh, there we go. Gigi says it was terrifying. It's really out of control. He could never kick my son out. He tried so hard to keep your eyes open. Yes, wow. Face it, I met Joan Rivers in 1977. She is why I am a comedian. Wow, really? She she and Mel Torme were performing in a show and I was working backstage, long story. Yeah, I really like Joan Rivers. She was funny and oh man, she's missed. I have no clue. That's an interesting question, Callum. He says, how different do you think your life would have been if you were born male? How could I know? I don't know. That's a good one though. Hi, Snickers from balmy New York, huh? Is it balmy there? I've got some cousins that I love very much up in Buffalo. Hi, Jane in Japan. How cool is that? What time is it in Japan right now? Just curious. I've never written my anything, like a book or anything, but I have had an interesting life. I can tell you stories, and I will. I do. Real feel temperature 6 degrees. Ooh, that's cold. Oh, thank you, Sarah, for the super chat. Thank you very much. You are so kind. I thank you. Wow. Don't we have the nicest people in here? You know, we all can feel we all have got our feelings, especially during the pandemic, as everyone feels it's stressed everyone out, and we're all really tired of it, but it's going to get better. Maya said, I think that what I miss most about my late husband is having another set of eyes to give me a perspective. That too. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. Linda says, Faye, were you at the Riviera Hotel in Vegas? I saw Joan Rivers every day. I was the hotel show reservation person. Knew the whole family. Her husband, her daughter, Melissa, was a little girl. Yeah, when my sister was doing Joan's nails, Melissa was like 3 years old. Yeah, and I think we all have a lot to share with each other too, and sometimes just listening, and you can help somebody just listening to them. Yeah, I saw her in Vegas. That was the time when we went backstage. My parents were with me. Whose husband? Oh, you mean Jones? Yes, he did. Yeah, I figured you meant Jones. Edgar. Wasn't that her husband's name? You went to the doctor, Lucky? He said to stay home, huh? Here on the beach, I mean, people wear masks and stuff, but at the dog park, nobody wears a mask. Nobody. No, we don't get on top of each other, but if the wind's blowing, and I don't know. I don't feel it too much here. Now, when you go to a store, yes, that's different. Edgar, right. You can't stay home, huh, Lucky? You know what? You don't have to stay home. Just be careful, that's all. Wear a mask and wash your hands and don't get too close to people. And oh, it's so sad. You know what I noticed at the dog park, and I said it today. I said, "What aren't the dogs lucky because they don't have to socially distance? I mean, they're sniffing each other's butts and running around. I don't think they sell dog masks." Giggle Fishy said that was weird timing. A person called Jane in Japan had just posted. Yeah, I know. That's funny. Yep, Faye, we have all had interesting lives, even if it's raising children. I wished I had kids. I'm not saying, I wish I did, but I didn't. So I traveled more. That's horrible, Snickers. She said that she was in Manhattan yesterday. Everyone's masked and all the restaurants are closed. That's just so sad. Everything's open here. Hi, Angel. Welcome. My dogs are not going to wear masks. Johnson and Johnson. Yeah, well, no, I heard it was 85% efficient. I'm a small YouTuber too. Bizarre though, in Manhattan, you can get a manicure no problem. Essential business, I suppose. Yeah, I saw it tonight too, but I thought it said 85%. I want to get the Johnson and Johnson one because it's one shot. Well, there's all news these days. Pick anything. They're always going to have different things now. No, Craig, the dogs shouldn't wear masks. Angel, are you 14 years old? RV Lucky says the doctors got me to wear a mask and a face shield. It looks bad and feels bad. Gigglefish, she said she's the smallest YouTuber. She has one video. Well, thank you, Judy. Thank you so much for coming in. 66% is not enough. Yeah, my dog is snoring. I think Lily snores. Lily, by the way, can I get you to move? Ugh. Yeah, she's got a little snore thing going on these days. Hi, everyone. She was so happy at the dog park. She was smiling. This is Lily Bell. Get up there. I've covered everything. Everything's been covered. That way we're not dirtying anything. I don't know, Regina. My life is going to go back to the way it was, I guess. No, she snores when she's sleeping lately. Yes, she's having nasal congestion. Do we have to put a little mask on her? Can you imagine her wearing a mask? That little face. She is a sweet girl. Really, Lucky? Thank you. I've seen some of the jewelry that you've got too. It's very nice. Scott says Johnson & Johnson 66% effective in global trial, but 85% effective against severe disease. Okay, that's what it was. But they said that the flu shot's only between 40 and 60% accurate too. I'm not getting them a flu shot. A mask on Lily. Can you get a mask on you? High five. Well, I woke you up, didn't I? Rosie's sleeping on the other side of me. Yeah, I'm just going back. I think I'm going to do the best I can to have a good attitude, and I'm going to get a new water heater put in my RV so I have hot water, which would be nice. I'm going to continue to find somewhere, I think, Wichita Falls or Dallas area to get a place. So I need to do the things I have to do to get a voucher if I can. Yeah, the dog park is fun, and they especially for Lily, because Lily runs around and Rosie just kind of hangs out with me. I love birds. Rosie, you want to say hello to everybody? Ugh, I woke her up. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, go sleep. She lays back on her back. Yeah, I've already gotten on a couple of them. I actually I'm on a Corpus Christi waiting list. I've never been there, but I know it's on the water, so I thought, why not? I'm on the Dallas couple of waiting lists in the counties there. Are you buying that mobile home for me, Giggle Fishy? You know what's sad about the lot rent? The lot rent goes up every year. So if it starts at 515, in 10 years it'll be probably 650 or more. Oh, that's a terrible thing, Linda. I'm sorry. You still looking? Yeah, I looked a lot when I first got here. That's what I did. And there's more to this. But at the moment I don't need to get into it. When you win the Powerball, yeah. Can you imagine that someone out there won $750 million? 750 million. That's just crazy. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, hit the like button. It makes me happy. And now they're in hiding. I bet they're freaking hiding. Here in Michigan. Oh, it happened in Michigan. Wow. I wouldn't mind living in Michigan, but I don't, oh well. There's a lot of reasons why I think Michigan's a very cool state. I didn't play. I don't know who that is, Elon Musk, Teresa. But if I won 750 million after paying taxes, what is it? Maybe be like 350 million take home. I would give $1 million to many people, and I would help. I would like to buy like a couple of office buildings in downtown Los Angeles and make apartments for all those homeless people. Oh, Tesla. Okay. I didn't know that, Craig. Thanks. Yeah, why would I know that, right? Multi-billionaire. Jeez. Yeah, giggle fishy. It's not easy. I would like to see I would like to see more people like billionaires and millionaires help people out. The people that live in Skid Row, it's horrific. It's not one street of homeless. It's blocks of homeless people. And there are empty buildings. And the people could take care of their own buildings because the people that are homeless are not stupid people. Some of them need help medically and psychologically, but a lot of people that are homeless are just like you and me. And I really can't believe that we just let people be homeless. I don't think I have to play to win. I haven't been playing. Constantine said my great aunt had rent control. I can imagine. That's what you have to have is rent control. Bill Gates and Elton Musk donate majority of their wealth for caring for the planet. Well, they need to help some of the people that are on the planet. Hi, Linda Drew. Nice to see you. Welcome. Help yourself to a cocktail or a nice soft beverage. There's a cappuccino machine. Enjoy something and hang out with me. Scott says one of my friends' father was one of the first hedge funders before anyone else was, and before he died, he informed a nonprofit where he donated nearly all of his money he earned to help others. Scott says that inspired me to get involved with nonprofits to make a difference. Yeah, yes. I mean, if you're going to have 350 million after taxes, you know, you can help some people. I mean, I don't even know how you could live without helping people. I I spent 3 months in New York City living there. That was a fun time. And how old was I then? 25? It was right after my sister passed. A friend of ours named Frankie, who's passed away since then, invited me to stay with him and his partner, and that was just such a good time in my life. It helped me out of my depression. The Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area. Wow. Menno Ferry says we live in a 55 plus manufactured home community. Own the home, but the 6 years the lot rent has gone from 540 to 680 a month. And this is Michigan. That's just, and it's really difficult because if you're on Social Security, and that's what you could buy a little home in a manufactured home in a park, and then as you get older and older, it's going to be more money to live there. You can't really, you have to just, I don't know. Really, Millie says someone died after taking the second vaccine shot. Wow. That's the side of mobile home. And if you own the land, then you're going to spend a lot more money too to get even a. It's not really the land that you own, but it's like a co-op, and it's less lot rent. But still, you've spent 30 extra thousand on the land or more. Oh, I love Mystic, Connecticut. I've enjoyed going through Connecticut when I was up in New York doing the Ren Fair. Kathy and I took a drive up. We stayed there and we stayed in Massachusetts. I would love to get $1 million scratch off card. Oh, I might have missed something. Faye's gonna get a second shot on February 15th. I can't get a shot in Florida anyway because I have my license and stuff is Texas. So at least in Texas I'll be able to get one. Gigglefishy said, I had a friend who owned a mobile home in Southern California. She owned the home, but the park got sold and bulldozed for houses. Wow, she had nowhere to move to, basically lost her home. Wow, that's terrible. Yeah, you get a mobile home in a mobile home community, and they can sell that community and do whatever they want to do with it. So you never really know if you really are safe in that place. Hey, Janice. Well, it's yeah, so you never know. You never know, no matter what. You think sometimes that you got it all planned, and life has a way of changing your plans. We had my parents in 1987 bought a brand new, beautiful, 1987, big double wide mobile home, and got really an ideal choice lot with a backyard all fenced in, because it was just they were just making the lots, and we were there a long time. And I mean, the rent went from 150 a month to, I think it's about probably close to 750 now a month. We have a lot of Connecticut people here tonight. I went to what's the name of that? Foxwoods, the casino. I got to do that once. I'd love to go to Hard Rock Cafe once before I leave, but really shouldn't. Hi, Lola. Lola. I mean, Lori. Linda said, Deb, we were in the same age. Yes, Edgar. Joan would carry boxes in, never ask for help. She was a sweet person, always kind. Yeah, she was very nice. Maya says, we're finding out that according to our state laws, they can't do that. What? Sell your mobile home parks underneath you? I used to go to the Hard Rock with my husband once in a while. I one time won like $1,200 right on one machine. I don't know. I don't have a kid. I don't have a son. And if I had a son, I'd hope that they didn't have a whole load of kids. Meniferi says the one thing is the credit checks, criminal checks, and personal referrals they charge you for, but the owners are never checked before they buy. Oh, yeah, really? Yep. I love bingo. I've not been to bingo in so many years. Since I was in Alabama, I went to bingo in Alabama a few times. So, what would you do if you had a $300 million? What would you do? Who knows, right? Gigglefish, she loves bingo too. Oh, I'd love to play cribbage with you. Nobody plays cribbage. Constantine, when we get together, we're going to do a cribbage thing for sure. Oh, Aline, she likes bingo. We have a lot of bingo people here. Hi, Deborah. You'd send some for me. Ah. Now, I would probably, if I had 300 million, I mean, that's just so much money, I can't even fathom it. Really. I would have a few places to live. I definitely would have a Florida beach house. It could be right on this beach because it's so nice. And I would love to be able to be in California and God only knows where else. My parents used to love to go to bingo too. We used to all go together. Gigglefish, she said, I used to go to bingo with my aunt at the bingo hall. You could hardly see your cards for all the cigarette smoke. Yeah, that's the days when everyone smoked. Aw, thanks, Maya. I don't know if I play Mahjong. My mom used to play Mahjong. I can't remember if I ever. I might have played something like it. Rummy Cue. Maybe that was what it was. I'm in Millie. I am in Bradenton Beach, which is like Sarasota area. And then there's the Sunshine Skyway that takes you into St. Pete. So I'm in a little town on the beach. It's right in the Anna Maria Island, is what the island is called. What are you talking about, Linda? Would I date men if I had 300 million? I don't know. I'd have to probably date wealthy men. I don't really date, you know? So I probably would still be the same person. I might play bingo. I don't know. my friend Joan, who was here the other day, said she wants to do something with me. So maybe we can go to bingo in the evening. Yeah, cribbage is a really cool game. It's like you use cards and you use a board and you peg, and you just have to learn the moves. But it's really a really good game. You have a friend. Susan said she had a friend that got $200 million. Whoa! Hi, Ingalore. CT. Thank you. Yeah, it's an oldie. There's even little holes in it now. I hate to get rid of it. Well, it's been a really good night, so I'm glad that I've come on here. I never know what I'm going to talk about either. I didn't plan anything. I put, I do think, I don't know if I want to glaze it or not, but it's on Etsy in case anybody's interested. And that's not e-bagging. I worked hard on it. Why not? Cool. Teresa says she went to the dog races in Sarasota for the first time, and to top it off, she won. $150 is nice. Thanks, Janice. I have a lot of tie-dye shirts, but I only brought one with me. Hey, Denise, I'm so glad you had a good time. Thank you for coming in. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Thank you, ZT. Susan, she said, I'd build something like a children's home. I'd live in it, but not do work, just socialize with the kids. I always wanted to build a hospital too. Well, with 300 million, I guess you could. Nice. You took your bestie out to dinner and got a little toasted. Hey, thank you, Faye. It's pretty simple. But I saw, actually, this isn't what I saw. But the other day when we have a full moon, I went outside and I looked up and the sky had this beautiful moon, and there was a palm in right in front of it, like, and I thought, oh, I want to draw that. I didn't do it yet, but it was so cool. I will, Teresa. You take care of yourselves too. Oh, thanks, Aileen. Aw. Thanks, Scott. You guys are so sweet to me. Well, one thing, I might not have a bunch of children and grandkids of my own, and I don't have my husband anymore or my parents, but God gave me creativity, and I'm grateful for it. I really am. It's even playing the guitar. I remember thinking when I was like 16, 17, I was really good at it right away. And I didn't understand how come I'm so good at it right away, because other things I've tried I can't do, but certain things I just take to it. So it's a gift. That's weird, huh, Giggle Fishy? So, I've got the gift of creativity, and I've got a good imagination, and I've got some good friends in my life. I guess that's my wealth. That is my wealth. Money doesn't always buy you happiness. I know people that have a lot of money and they don't even enjoy it that much. I mean, they're workaholics. It's weird. Hi, Cameron. How are you tonight? How's Scotland? Nice and late, huh? Thank you, Scott. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's awesome of you. Thank you so much. That really is awesome. It really is great. Scott's a good guy. I've got great people in here. Yeah, it really helps. It really does. Thank you. And I never expect it. I'm really, I understand how money is tight and people don't always have extra. Um, and there's some really good, kind people that have really been wonderful to me. And I thank you, and I like just to come in here and talk to me is just as wonderful. Cameron from Scotland, he says, not so bad. I admit that the whole Scotland's lockdown is getting really tough now. Oh, yeah, I bet. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, they're not locked down around here. Hi, Sharon. Cold where you are, huh? Hi, Love and Life. Yeah, Scott does rock. It's against the law to go outside the city in Scotland. Wow. Is it rising in numbers? People getting sick there, Cameron? Wind chill we're up in New Hampshire says is 1 right now. Burr. Cameron says schools are closed and everyone is not allowed apart from essential. Wow. Still high on the count. This is a terrible thing, this virus. It doesn't want to go away. Oh, man. Faye, good night, sweetie. Thank you for coming in. Love you too. Man, I'll tell you, Florida's really kind of open. I mean, there's bars that are open, restaurants. I don't go to the restaurants that are closed, but people are doing things. They're going. Yep. Gigglefish, said my brother was diagnosed with brain cancer when he was 13, died at 21. Oh man, cancer is something. Everything is shut. Restaurants, bars. The beach is open wide, literally open wide. Um, I went to this art fair, which is my next video. I went to a arts and craft fair right on the beach here, and but a lot of people wore masks, but a lot of people didn't. But they're walking outside. RV Lucky said, I live in an elderly community of 104 houses, and we have lost at least 10% of our residents. So we've got about 10 houses for sale. How sad. I'm just so sad and I'm over this thing, and I just wish it would end. We've got another, this is going to be another one of those years. Things are opening a little bit in California. Cameron says, anyway, we can only meet one person socially distanced outside and none at home. Do I prefer the non-lockdown life? Of course. Who prefers the lockdown life, really? It's getting even tighter in Scotland. I don't know. I don't understand how it is everywhere. Yes, Sarah, really. I get some crazy questions. Gigglefishy said, my first vaccination was scheduled for this coming Tuesday. It's supposed to be snow a lot that day. We've hardly had any snow this season, and it's going to be snowing on that freaking day. I try to stay safe. I really do. I stay alone a lot. I mean, I've gone a few places and I've had lunch with my friends, and we didn't wear masks together. And I think you take a chance every time you walk out of your house anyway. Rosie Roo. Yeah. So I guess I've taken some chances. And they've taken chances on me, to come in to visit, and we haven't seen each other in years, and hopefully I don't get it. Everybody had it in my town in Texas. Kathy's going for surgery, so she went yesterday for a COVID test, and she was negative, which is good. Thank you, Aileen. You stay safe and healthy. Aw. I hardly go anywhere really. I mean, I go when I have to go to the store, I go. I go to the dog park, which is outside in the wind. Cameron says, I think it's because the UK and the rest of Europe are controlling everything. My friend traveled 2 miles outside the city and was caught and fined £200, around $270 for just leaving the city. Oh my gosh. Yes, Mary's doing better. Beverly's at home now. Um, she's been recovering. She's the slowest to recover, but she is home now and recovering. Nadia's sister flew in from Massachusetts. She's an RN, and she took care of her mom for the last couple of weeks. Yeah, I go to the store. I went to Publix yesterday. I don't really like going like being shopping like I used to. I used to love going up and down every aisle, looking at everything, but now I kind of try to run through the store. Yeah, there's markets in Florida, and there's outdoor markets too, which I love. You have to stay home loving life for sure. Yeah. Wow. That the one on Instagram is going to be in my next video. I thought it was a farmer's kind of market, like food and uh, produce and stuff, but it was actually a little arts and crafts show. And a friend of mine, Paula, she was there all set up, so I hadn't seen her in years. And they had to wear masks. Everybody behind the booth, they were not allowed to hug anyone, and they had to wear a mask while they sold. And most people had masks on. Yeah, but if you have an immune system, I think your doctor might be able to get you a vaccine. You're going to get your jab in May. Thank you, love and life. Well, what do you think, you guys? Do you think we should call it a night? We've been talking for, what, an hour and a half? So I'd like to get a jab with my vaccine. Sarah's got her needles. Watch out. Every time I go to the doctor, I get a little nervous, especially when they're doing the lab work for the year. But the last time I had my lab done, it was all good. Wow. Your doctor's 100 miles from you? 120 miles. How come? You live in a small town too? Meadow Fairy, I hope you have I hope you had a good birthday and the rest of your night. And just, I'm so glad you came in and shared it with us, you know? Linda, I'm glad you're enjoying it. We have fun people here. A lot of interesting people. Are you leaving me, Cameron? It's late at night. You should be going to bed. Well. I know it's a deep subject and all. RV Lucky said that they say South America is really bad, where everything's really bad everywhere. Sleep well, Cameron. Hang in there. Someday it'll be really. It'll open up. It will. But it's a crazy time. I mean, TV has changed forever. Everybody sits real far apart from each other, and Zoom is the only thing you got. You're welcome. Hi, in love with health. You just got home. I know it's early and out west, but it's 9:30 here. You have friends in Costa Rica and it's bad there. I think it's bad everywhere. This virus really, they did a great job, didn't they? They really spread it. Yep. I think it was man-made from China. That's just what I mean, I don't know. Nobody knows. Not really. What do I think of 20-something-year-olds? I think they're great. What a good age, you know? I don't know what else I could say about that. I love being 20s, 30s. 30s was my favorite, actually. Callum, how old are you? Just curious. You seem young. In love with houses, we do know. It was clear at the beginning, but not just China. The faculty in Wuhan may have been run by many nations. Well, that's terrible. That's even worse. Hi, Miss Fixity Lane. I'm so glad I kept you company. Ah, that's good. That's all we want to do is have company, you know? I listen to live streams too, just because it's good to have company. I feel like you have someone talking to you. You think it was an accident? I don't know. I hope it was an accident. Lily. Yeah, Gigglefish, you haven't talked to anybody for a while. Well, we're all kind of staying alone, really. Even I haven't like invited anybody in like from outside the neighbors or anything. I mean, we just stick to ourselves. Susan said my two sons went out into the world after college like rock stars, and now at 45 they are migrating different things, like former choices they made. Oh, regretting. Is that what you meant? Or mitigating? I don't know. Yeah, live streams are good. I watch. Well, it depends, but I watch Foodie Beauty and I watch Rosie and whatever, whatever I can catch. 35, I felt 35 was a great age. Kimberly said my bro is 61 and got his first vaccine and he has lymphoma and lymphatic leukemia. Doctor ordered so he could. Well, I'm glad he got it. That's good. Approaching 30s. Middle age is 50. Middle age is 50 now, not 30. Yeah, they left a long time ago. You get different people in here. I've been here a long, quite a while compared to some. A lot of people stay for a month. A lot of people stay for a week. It's always changing. I had a good 30s. I did 20s and 30s. Then 40s was kind of a strange time. I did a lot of Renaissance fairs and stuff, but no men in my life in my 40s. Neither did Kathy. We were just the two of us. Susan says, but 30s for me began being independent, not married, just out there in the world, and I was not sure all the time. Yeah, Constantine says he's 55, but he feels 30. Yeah, I feel like I mean, if I really had to mentally, I feel like I'm 40, 35, 45. Physically, well, that's a different story. Gigglefish, she says, yeah, 65 is middle age because I'm going to live to 130. 65 is the new 64. No, I mean, really, middle aged is, 50, 45 to 50, I think. But you know what? Every day that you get up, it's a gift. No matter what age you are, right? Yeah, the same here. In Love with Health said I feel youngish, but my knees keep reminding me of my that the aging sucks. Yeah, Callum, you're gonna grow up in the time you're supposed to grow up. You're young. You need an Auntie Debs to push you. Aw, I don't know. Sitting on the ground is something that's changed. I used to sit on the rug, play with the dogs or anything. You get down on the rug. Now I don't dare. Susan says, well, when you're in your 20s. That was my cousin calling. I'll call her back. When you're in your 20s, you kind of think you can go for your dreams and goals, and nothing's going to stop you. In your 30s, you land somewhere with a spouse or a job or both. Lucky says, my 80s ain't that bad. I'm looking forward to my 90s next year. God bless ya. Lucky, you're doing good. By 40, I think you begin to learn about regret. And if you traveled and you realize the world is complex and difficult. Yeah, I can get down on the rug. It's the getting up part. My ankles have to hold up a lot of weight, and I have skinny ankles. Like I want to go sit on the beach and like sit literally on the sand and let maybe the water would be on my feet. But I would need someone to help me up. That's what's nice of having a partner. You help each other. Well, I'm glad you did that, Giggle Fishy. She says, I left my emotionally abusive spouse at 31, and that's when my life began. Yeah, you don't need to be abused. Never stay with someone abusing you. Never. Oh, yeah, you don't want to sit on the floor for sure, love and life. Hi, Butterbean Head. How you doing? I've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. But butter. What giggle fishy say? I find it, I have to find something to pull myself up on, and even that's hard. Yeah, if I went on the floor and I had this table here that's nice and solid, I could get myself up. That's true. But if you don't have anything around, forget it. Hi, Michelle. Nice to see ya. I'm glad you're doing good. Lily went into her cave. Now, the only thing sticking out of the cave was her little button tail. Okay, now she's all the way in. She's so cute. Susan says my life of self-discovery began at 32. It was the oddest thing how the mind could work when not following a spouse like a devoted wife. Shocked me. I'm glad I didn't like, I'm glad I left my first husband quickly. It was like a year and a half, and it was terrible. And then I waited till I was 50 till I met Mark, and I have this eye leaks. Ugh. They don't have lighthouses around here. I don't know about all of Florida, but I don't know of any lighthouses in Florida. It's good to have your son like what he does, Maya. That's good. I don't take any allergy meds, but this one eye, especially when I wear makeup, it just drips. It's like just tears. It's probably a plugged tear duct or something. In Love with Health says I'm still limber, so since I can still put my palms on the floor when I bend over. Wow. Getting up isn't too bad, but it looks crazy. I get on my hands and knees, then up to a tripod pose, and then stand up. Yeah, well, at least you're limber. That's good. I can't. I my my hands would not go all the way to the floor. I've never seen that one, Sarah. Gigglefish, she says, to me that is advanced gymnastics. No, 30 is young. 30 is a great age because you're not a child anymore. You're not a teenager. You're out of your 20s. You can start being like an adult at 30. But you got a lot to go, a lot farther to go. Oh, really? Susan says people like to use me as a healer at first. First, it was fine. Yeah, in my 20s, Sarah, I was limber too. I could sit like an Indian cross-legged and get up from the cross-legged position up. Exactly, Love and Life says to do everything you can do in your 30s because you're young and you can do it. Don't hold back. Just getting going. I'd love to see Scotland. Yeah, eye makeup, especially just this eye, really. This eye's pretty good. This eye just, next thing you know, half the makeup's off. No, I've not tried artificial tears. I don't know. I got so many tears. I don't understand. Like, if I put more tears in, I don't know. Susan says, "Well, think about it. I was a wonderful wife, aka servant to one person, and empathetic towards him, and boom, out in the world alone." Yeah, sometimes life's like an awakening, you get like when someone dies, it's like you're starting the life all over again. It's shocking. Carol said, "I never had any allergies till I moved to Florida." Yeah, I have them here and in Texas. Lucky said that's why they make them necklaces where I've fallen and I can't get up. I'm glad you came through that, Susan. I know that was a tough change for you. I don't know, Sarah. It could be I'm always on the phone or on my laptop, but it's why only one eye. That's the key. Where do you massage? Right here or in here? I don't know. I need to figure out how to do that. That's a shame, Susan. How long were you with your husband that he was abusing you, basically? Some people don't deserve a good wife or a good husband, you know? That's what I say. Huh. Right, Scott. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people that are very narcissist. They're control freaks and they have to control things. And then they put you on a trip and then they put you down and it's not those kind of people you have to stay away from manipulating. Oh, oh, Susan said she met him at 10. Wow. Went steady at 14. By 19 and a half, we were married. I didn't know any better. No, you didn't. That's so young to meet someone. I'm glad you got away and got to to do life without that kind of a control person. Yeah, we all have these things we have to like go through in our lives, which make us the people who we are. You've done good, Susan. You know, a lot of women and men get married to the wrong person, and they don't. They get married young, and they didn't realize what they were missing. Uh, Being comfortable and happy, and not being put down. Yeah, fear of being alone can keep people in bad relationships, but if there's anything I can say about that, don't stay with someone who's abusive in any way, disrespecting you and not thinking of your feelings. You don't need that kind of person. Yep. I just, I wish I would just like to share a lot of love I have, and just I don't want to be alone. But I'd rather be alone than be with the wrong person. So I'm very choosy, you know. I don't just want to be with just anybody, but what I had was good. And I feel like there's got to be somebody out there that, you know, fits with me. I was becoming independent at like 19 years old. I moved away from my parents in my own apartment. I wanted to be on my own. I moved to Santa Barbara, California when I was like 20. I don't know. I guess I always felt pretty independent. When I got married at 21, you know, the only thing we had in common really was playing guitar and singing together. Everything else was like opposite. And I'm glad I got away from him thanks to my dad. Hi, Sissy. RV Lucky says, look out for the signs when you're dating. They are there. Just look for them. Main thing is they don't want to share with you or you with anyone. Yeah, you gotta, you know what? We all see these red flags, but when you're younger, you say, oh, it's okay. I'm sure he'll change. You left home at 18 too. Yeah, I mean, I was ready to get on my own. Maya says Einstein said, what would you do if you had nothing to fear? Wouldn't have to fear anything. You shouldn't have to fear things. We all have our fears. When you're younger, you ignore red flags because maybe the sex is good or you think you can maybe, you know, get used to it. But the red flags are there for a good reason. Run. Yeah, you can't change anybody. In love with House of three of my high school and early 20s boyfriends have been great husbands. I went with number four and ended up with a narc. Oh well, a narcissist, is that what you meant? Susan said my parents wanted just the social connection. They wanted to upper class thing. So through that husband, they got it. They didn't support my independence at all. That's a shame. Scott says sometimes we also need to be in good learning from bad relationships. I have one friend that sadly has married the same kind of person, and my heart breaks for him. Sad to watch. Yeah, some people just go for looks too, you know, and then then you're with someone and you find out that they really got a rotten heart. Yeah, you don't want to be isolated from your friends. If someone that doesn't want you to be with your friends anymore and stuff like that, you know that's a red flag. Susan said it now. Well, I have had nothing but to fear. I'd immediately hire about five people to help me get published, put my paintings out in the public. Oh, it's hard to read. My eyes are getting tired. Love and life. I tell my husband, if I knew what I know now when I first met him, I would have begged him to marry me. I'm always sick and in bed sleeping a lot, and he takes such good care of me. He cooks and cleans. What a nice man. What a lucky good man that you got there. 42 years. That's a blessing. I mean, you know, he's a diamond. He's really good. I'm so glad to hear that. Gigglefishy said, my ex-husband isolated me big time, tore down what little self-esteem I had until I was a hollow shell. Still don't know how I managed to get the self-esteem and courage to leave him. I'm glad you did. Is there a lower age limit for you? Nothing weird or anything, by the way. I don't know. I don't really want someone that's so young. Got to have stuff in common. My husband was the same age as me. You are blessed and lucky. Susan said, instead, I sit in my quiet little life and socialize with no one but those I see at a distance with a mask, and I don't really know them. Yeah, my eyes are really bad tonight. Susan says, Deb, you said that your dad helped you out of the first marriage. How did he do that? I'm interested in what it's like to have a good father. Well, he just knew, as soon as he knew that I was getting abused and pushed, physically abused, he was there. He always was there for me. I had a really strong, wonderful dad. He loved my mother, and showed me what a good man is. And that's what I want. My husband was a lot like my dad. Is such a good man. So, I did have a good marriage. Mark was never abusive, always put me up on a pedestal, loved me for who I was and what he did. He was beautiful. And we had our everybody has little things we work out, but he was a gem. He spoiled me. Yeah, I'm not going to settle for something that's not good. At my age now, I will stay alone if I have to, but I'm hoping that something on the horizon is there for me, because I may be getting old in my age, but I'm really not done. I'm not done. I want to have someone to grow old with. Lucky said, my oldest daughter, would you in them kind of relationships? She is a good relationship now, thank God. Yeah, we have to go through some failures to find the right one. Aw. Scott says, thank you for those who shared your stories. It's important for others to see and read and discuss. The more we talk about things like this, the better, healthier it is for us collectively. Yeah, I like to share and listen and hear other people, what they've gone through. Yeah, Scott's a smart guy. Lily, why don't you eat your dinner? She's got hamburger with peas and carrots and some fresh sweet potato in her bowl. She has not eaten. She ate yesterday, though. She's like an every other day eater. Gigglefish, she said, I had some decent relationships after, but not good enough to stay in. Decided to take a break and spend time just by myself, and then many years passed. Aw, thanks, Susan. Yeah, well, we can come in here and just kind of chat about almost any subject, as long as I don't want to chat politics, believe me. That's the worst one. Oh, you have a great guy now. Wait a minute. What? Well, come here. Come here. Come here. crybaby. It's been a year since your divorce, Sarah says. I'm hanging in there. It's easier now. Yeah, yeah. It takes adjusting. Match.com worked for you, huh? In love with health. That's good. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to have someone so young that, no. I think I'd like to find someone retired so that we both are retired. I don't really date anyone, I would, but I don't go looking for dates. I think the right person when it comes along is, especially at my age, is not going to be like a date. You never know though. I'm going to end this. It's been 2 hours. I've enjoyed every minute of it. You guys are the best. And I thank you for the thumbs up. I see I've got a lot of them, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Maybe so. I don't know, love and life. I just want you to know that I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you again on Monday about 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Maybe even a little earlier because I like to watch The Bachelor. So it will be actually about 6:30 p.m. on Mondays. And I'll have a video out. I have some footage I took of the arts and craft fair and the dog park. Thank you for coming in. Mwah. Peace out, friends. Stay happy, be kind, and be safe.